Good evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Joy Redmond. The Department of Justice releasing data showing 386 arrests so far as the Memphis Safe Task Force continues its surge. But is this sustainable? It's a question a lot of you are asking. We're asking that same question right along with you. Action News 5's Imani Williams joining us live now. Imani, you spoke with a criminologist. Tell us what they had to say.
Yeah, he said Memphis is not an anomaly to crime, especially with a city this size. He said, but as we see this saturation of law enforcement in the city, it's what the agencies do while they are here, and also what crime is impacted that will shape the future of crime in Memphis. According to Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis, crime overall is trending down at historic levels. MPD's data noting the decrease before the Memphis Safe Task Force's arrival.
There's a lot of research out there on the number of police, for example, right, related to crime rates, with the idea of more police, less crime, right? There is a relationship there, but also, there's often more police in areas where there's higher crime, right?
More than 700 federal agents are on the streets of Memphis. Whether the decrease was before or after the surge, what will it take to sustain this crime reduction? Wesley Jennings, criminologist and professor in the Department of Criminal Justice and Legal Studies at the University of Mississippi, says there are two important factors.
There is the idea of you could have some of this kind of like pulling on a rubber band, right? Almost like a little bit of reflex back when the numbers of law enforcement staffing reduces in the area after they have a saturated kind of presence. But as long as you build those police community ties, that's what's sustainable.
Some of those community ties that would play a part in the sustained reduction of crime are already in Memphis, like Hill 901 and the Transitional Reentry Adult Program.
There's no one else that has the ability to arrest, detain, and send individuals to jail. That's not our job as community-based organizations. That's not what we want to do. What we look at is the root causes of violence and address those issues to prevent violence from happening in our community.
When you're poverty-stricken, you're almost desperate to where you'll do anything to survive. And that's what we have to realize. That's why I say we have to be a blessing to one another. We have to come together as a village, as a community.
The influx in law enforcement led to some results, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. 386 arrests so far, majority for warrants, including ICE warrants. Jennings says after the surge, crime hotspots may move, a factor to take into account when looking at sustainability.
But what if the criminals and or crime has moved elsewhere, right? Then you're not really getting a lot of bang for the buck in terms of return on investment for me as an officer, because crime has already gone down in that area, but it's been displaced and now it's over here. It would actually be more beneficial if you had me go join my partner's beat. And now we have two cops out there that are policing that area to then have a deterrent effect too, right?
Well, Chief Davis has said her team has asked for federal analysts within this Memphis Safe Task Force. She said this will help them figure out who is committing the crimes, what gangs they are in, and seeing if they can prosecute those people federally, which she says will help in reducing crime. Live downtown, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
All right, so let me drive this home for you again. The U.S. Department of Justice says the Memphis Safe Task Force has now arrested nearly 400 people and seized more than 100 illegal guns. More than half of the arrests are those with outstanding warrants, as Imani mentioned, or people who were picked up by ICE. Action News 5 also asked the Shelby County Sheriff's Office to update current jail capacity. Here are the numbers. They told us as of this morning there are 327 women housed at Jail East. Capacity 382. The county jail inside 201 Poplar has 2,883 inmates. That's over capacity by 83 individuals. It is unknown how many Memphis Safe Task Force arrestees are housed in either of these facilities. But as we have been, we will continue to press for answers for you as this federal surge continues in our city, moves across Memphis. For all of our previous coverage, you can head to our website, actionnews5.com. There's a tab you can click on, the National Guard in Memphis tab.